Okay, so we're done with these two pages. Kind of liking what was going on here. I really like the bright colors, the just interesting shape of the staircase here going all the way up, the spiral staircase. It's really cool and interesting the way it goes. But anyway, we're moving on to the next ones. So this one comes out of here. Remember, it's has the piece from the other page, and I'll turn this one over. And we get started on this page. And I need another page to go with this one, so let me go to my stack, see what I can find. Interest. Maybe this one. Yeah, that one kind of works. Alright. What I'm doing is there's a little bit of buildup of matte medium, and just going to pick it off of here. It's just making a big edge that's sticking up. So just peel it off and away you go. Alright, there we go. Easy peasy. Alright, so Skits has gotten to the top of the church spire. Let me just check my list here. So he gets to the top of the church spire. So now we're going to have like a big view of Skits from the top of the church spire. So this ought to be a little interesting. I actually pulled some images from the church spire that actually exists in Savannah, so that'll be kind of cool. But for right now, I just want to kind of get the where I want everything to be at. Where's my 2H pencil? There it is. No, that's the S. Okay, I'm missing a 2H. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. So let's kind of do the. Let me get this out a little bit better here first. There we go. Like I need to lift this up a little bit here. There we go. A little bit better. There we go. Alright. Here's our 2 pages. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I just want to kind of graphically lay this out. The shapes. So I kind of want Skits to be right about here. I'm thinking. And it's holding on to the church spire. Maybe something like this. Get some nice angles, right? Maybe create like an X. And then what's going to happen is these little nun demons are going to start coming out trying to get Skits because he's on top of the church. They're like, what are you doing on our church? So might have to work those in. I'm not sure if I want to work them in on these pages or the next one. So that's something that I got to kind of go back and think about. But I am thinking a nice X shape here. I think that'll work good. nice and big. I might want to take this page though, it's kind of buckling, and I might roll it. That's something that you kind of need to do sometimes, is all the paint and everything that I got on the back side is making it so that I need to kind of roll it. And what I'm doing is I'm just getting it so that it's not as bent and distorted, but I don't want to fold it or anything. I'm just lightly bending it. See, that'll help it. That's helping it out a lot. Oh, put a little bend in it. And something that can help with this, if your page is kind of wrinkling and rolling, is you can take a blow dryer to it, heat it up a little bit. That'll help you. There. That'll work. Good as new. Don't be afraid to just kind of manhandle it, you know, from time to time. I know a lot of people, you know, especially when you're first starting out, you'll baby everything. You know, it's like, oh, I don't want to touch it. I don't. It's just a piece of paper, and you're drawing and painting on it, and you can always go back and change things. That's not a big deal. You can go back over. You can tape new paper down. You can glue new paper down. You can work back into things. I mean, it's just a piece of paper. You know, a buddy of mine, Marcus, we had a studio together. In college or right after college, we hit together for a while. And he's a big fine artist now, but his studio is still exactly the same as when we were together back around 2000, 2001, all that time period. And people would get pretty fuddy-duddy with the artwork, and then they'd come into the, you know, these are collectors and stuff like that, and then people would come in to actually see us and talk to us about the art, maybe buying pieces from us, and we'd have art just laying on the floor, and you know, we walk over it and stuff like that. They would just get freaked out. It's like, it's just a piece of paper. You're not gonna hurt it, you know. It's fine, you know. It'll be okay. Anyway, yeah. So don't be afraid to mush things, roll it, just do stuff to it to get it back to where it needs to be. That was the whole point of us really tanning these pages in the first place. It was like, okay, now we don't have a perfect white surface that we have to deal with. It's, you know, got texture and pattern and stuff like that to it now, and you don't have to be afraid of it as a piece of paper. Not quite ready for the angel demon or the nun demons yet. But what I do have here is the photo reference of the church spire and the view that I was wanting from Google Earth. So it's kind of wonky and weird, but that's okay, because this is going to be kind of wonky and weird anyway. So I got that there. Again, I got my, where I think I want skits to be. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little character here to get kind of the view that I want on them. I think maybe an interesting angle like this. You know, again, it's really good to have these things because they can really kind of help you out. I think I'm going to do something or get a little bit of an angle. Oh, Broke the leg off. Oops. That happens sometimes. But so I think I'm gonna kind of do an angle about like this. And then I'll kind of spin them. Alright. I'll just put that there so I have it as a little bit of a reference. Alright, now we got a little bit of reference. And we'll just start kind of sketching them in where I kind of think I want them to be. I want it to have a little bit of a perspective here. It's getting closer to you and bigger. Just a little bit. Something like that. One. And the other arm will come down. Spire. I wonder how they get these views of the spire. I mean, it's kind of, you know, Google Earth has some weird stuff. It's like, how do they get that angle and view? I'd like to know a little bit about that. Might look into it at some point. Have his arm come off the page over here. Have it come all the way off. A little bit bigger as we go. Like that. Big spread. Big, huge spread. And then on the ground we're going to have underneath, do this. An angle basically like that. There we go. Something like that. And of course I'm just kind of flattening it in, you know, just trying to get the shapes in. So Gotta get the hair blowing in the wind. Oh, my dog's barking outside right now. And roughly something like that. I gotta get the angles right where we're looking on the ground. I'm gonna show it so there's just like little bitty buildings down here so you really get an idea of how high up we are. But there's a lot of trees down there too, so it's a fine line. It's like you got buildings and you got trees and you got power lines and all sorts of stuff. Of course, there's a park right here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to get it in the best I can right now. But this is going to be cool. Like I got this X and then I got this X. So we got a lot of crossing angles and stuff, which is really cool and dynamic. Makes for a lot more interesting of a piece. I'll just try and maybe Skits is looking at something right up in here. Maybe X marks the spot up there or something. But anyway, Skits is way on up here on this tower. I just need to get all my lines in. Alright. Obviously this page is going to be a little more realistic, but don't want it too realistic. Gotta throw in some fun things here. Probably gonna have a few little items starting to pop up that Skits is seeing. Like, we're gonna start seeing some fish floating around. We're gonna have need a bird. Definitely need a bird. Bird will let you know like how big everything is, right? So probably put in a bird or something right here. Something like that, maybe. Maybe a couple of them. All right. That is what Skits is looking for right there. Maybe have the strap come back around like that. That'll be cool down in that corner. Just want it to have, you know, really cool dynamics. Alright. Okay, so I think on this one right here, I want to kind of put the boot in and have his leg. I think that's what I'm going to do. Have his knee up, I think. Knee up, and then the boot's going to come back around here. And then this leg will just come down around here. That way he's kind of he's got his hand here, and he's got his foot here to kind of keep him, you know, grounded onto that. This will be like that. Back in here like that. That way we can do this strap in here. Do something like that. Let me do that like that. There we go. Make sure I get the angle on this proper. Wondering about the angle on this. Anyway, we'll just leave it for right now. I think what I'm going to do though is do a little bit of paint. I just want to block in some areas here. Block in the foreground so it's a little darker. Do that with this brush. Alright. So roughly, we're just gonna, and of course this ain't gonna be perfect, but we don't need it to be perfect. Just need to give the idea. There you go. Because foreground elements are always darker than the background elements, unless you're well, when we're talking about perspective and landscape, stuff like that, whatever's closest to the viewer is always darker. The foreground is always darker than the backgrounds, faraway backgrounds. That's because when things recede, there's more atmosphere and air in between you and that, and it causes it to get lighter and lighter and lighter. Roughly, that's how it goes. And as usual, I'm using a brush too big for what I'm trying to do. That's okay. That is fine and dandy. And just for fun, get a little splatter in here. Might as well. There we go. And clean up that brush. And we're going to let this dry and we'll be right back. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and flesh out the Skits character a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. And another one. Another one right there. That's what it is. There's something funky going on here with how I was drawing this jacket and everything, and what it is it's too long. Needs to be something like that, yeah. Like that. And then this one will come up here, which is the buckle that holds the strap. And then that strap will flow out here like that. That strap like that. Yep. There we go. Pull them up. I'll do that right there. straps in there. That's looking pretty good. Alright. Alright, feeling a little bit better about that. I got a little bit of that in there. There we go. Now I see why this shoe feels weird. Okay. Yeah, I just had to work out the bits of it. Now we're gonna be good. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that'll be good. There we go. There we go. Okay. Feeling good about that now. Sometimes you just gotta draw your way out of things. Go. Alright. Let me sketch in a little bit more of the background, I think. Probably be smart to do. This here is a big park. Alright, well, put in some more detail, and I think the way I'm going to paint the background is I'm going to do really light washes of color, washed out with like blues and whites. Obviously down in here be a little more detailed, a little bump up of color, and yeah, so that's pretty much how we're going to do it when it comes to that. And then this will be all of our darks are right here in the foreground on the character and stuff. That'll be cool. If you like what you see in here, give us a like, share, subscribe. Also go on over to the Skitscomic.com website. All videos show up there a week before they ever hit YouTube. While you're there, pick you up a comic book, print, or go ahead and get you an original piece of art. Lastly, go over to Indiegogo.com and sign up for the book that you're actually watching being made right now. Thank you and have a great day.